Today I'm going to be teaching you a bit about skateboarding. First of all, skateboarding was invented by a surfer in the late 1940s who lived in California and wanted something to do when the waves were flat. This is why the first name of skateboarding was originally sidewalk surfing. It was to imitate surfing, and that's why a lot of the first skateboarders had a lot of surfing style when they were skateboarding. No one really knows who invented the first skateboard because it seems like a lot of people had the same idea around the same time. But the first skateboards were originally made from a piece of wood and old rollerblades, the wheels on the trucks. They would put them together and just ride around on it. Also, it was originally to imitate surfing, so they would ride and do maneuvers with bare feet. Skateboardings today change a lot, and not just the look of it, which would include the deck, the trucks, the wheels, the bearings, the grip tape, and the hardware, but also the style of skateboarding. The style of skateboarding changed a lot over the years and is less of imitation of surfing but more of its own sport. As a matter of fact, skateboarding is going to be included in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics in a few years. So there's a few styles in skateboarding. First one I'm going to be mentioning is freestyle. So this is a bit of an older style of skateboarding. It is still practiced, but a bit less than it was. This is mainly flat ground tricks and was invented before the ollie, so there's less flip tricks in it. Another style is street. This is probably one that you're most familiar with, and just because it has street in the name doesn't mean you can't practice this style in a park. It's just the name of style, really. This was invented after the ollie, so you'll see a lot more flip tricks and more height tricks. It's also practiced more over obstacles like mani pads and rails. This is another clip of freestyle skateboarding, and you'll see how it's a very different style than street. So the stuff you're going to need when you're going skateboarding is a pair of skateboard shoes, a helmet, and it's optional, but I would suggest a skate tool so you don't end up like this guy. So when you're picking out skate shoes, it's good to know what type of material you're going to get in between canvas or suede. I would definitely go with suede over canvas because it's a lot tougher of a material and it won't rip as easily as canvas. Another option is to get shoes with a toe cap on it. This will definitely improve the length of the shoe and will make it last a lot longer. So now that you got all your equipment, I'm going to be teaching you how to do a tray flip. So the basic tricks in the tray flip is an ollie, a kick flip, and a 360 shove it. The first step to learning a tray flip is the ollie. So the ollie is probably one of the most basic tricks in skateboarding. It's when you push down with your back foot and swipe up with your front foot. The next step is a kick flip. This is when you use your back foot to push down on a board and your front foot to swipe up but in the corner and flip your board 360 degrees under your feet before landing on it.
Time for some vocabulary. First word I'm going to be teaching you is pop. When you pop the board, you hit the tail of the board against the floor in a very swift motion, and this will create height with your board. Pretty much it. Next word, flip. Flip is when you flip the board like so. Word number 3, spin. Spin in skateboarding terms means when you spin the board as you would with a pop shove it or a 360 shove it. Next word, scoop. Scooping the board is when you use your back foot to really scoop the tail of your skateboard and make it do a spin, but just a little off axis so that you can add a flip into your trick. Next word, primo. Primo in skateboarding is when you land on the side of your board. This happens fairly often and can result in severe ankle injuries depending on how hard you land into it.
Okay, so we went through the ollie, the kickflip, and now we're at the last step, which is the 360 shove it. The 360 shove it is when you use your back foot to spin the board under your feet before landing back onto it. And when you master all those tricks, you can put them together and it'll give you a 360 kickflip, or a tray flip for short. Something to keep in mind while doing this trick is that you can often land in primo, and it can be pretty annoying, but the way to get out of it is to flip a bit more with your foot to eventually flip it all the way around. This can be pretty annoying at first, but it's not the worst way to fall. Also, when you're practicing to land this trick, you can easily slip out, so you're going to want to try not to lean too far back. And now you know how to do a tray flip.